Lines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Cars Plus, drive home in a brand new 2021 Hyundai Palisade equipped with Guam's only lifetime powertrain limited warranty. Call 477-7807 or visit carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Beginning now on Guam's Primetime News, Guam will officially be in PCOR 3 on Monday. We've got full details coming right up. Plus, police are asking for your help in the search for Randy Nauta Jr., wanted in connection to Tuesday's shooting down in Agat. And your elected senators wrapped up proceedings today and prepare to tackle the voting file.
Hafide and good evening, everyone. I'm Peter Santos. Thanks for joining us. We start with breaking news. Within hours after police released a wanted flyer, they got who they were looking for. 34-year-old Randy Chaco Nauta Jr. was captured by GPD's SWAT unit. He was wanted by detectives from GPD's Criminal Investigation Division for questioning in connection to Tuesday's shooting in Agat along San Francisco Street. Jesse Kitachai was rushed to the hospital after suffering gunshot wounds. He is in stable condition, and police have said that they were looking for the second suspect in the shooting. The first suspect, Anthony Ignacio, was arrested earlier this week. He appeared in court yesterday and is being held on $30,000 cash bail. KUAM News confirms Nauta was captured in the Agat area. He is in custody as the investigation continues. Guam will go into pandemic condition of readiness 3 effective Monday at 8 a.m. Governor Lulian Guerrero made the official announcement today during a news conference at Adelup. Nestor Lecanto has more.
It's been 7 long months since we were last in PCOR 3, July of 2020, but the governor is confident we're ready again.
I promised that with progress, we could see fewer restrictions. Today, I will be signing Executive Order 2021-04. This means most businesses and activities will be permitted to operate under moderately restrictive conditions.
The new executive order takes effect Monday morning at 8, but bars and taverns will have to wait until Wednesday at 5 p.m. happy hour, and non-contact sports can resume on March 1st. Also on that day, the governor has authorized the start of a phased-in lifting of the local moratorium on evictions so impacted landlords can begin recovering. The governor says the turning point in reaching her decision was the rollout of vaccinations.
When I saw how quickly we were able to vaccinate our people and the response of our people wanting to be vaccinated, additionally, it also, so that was a major one.
Now she can turn more toward the recovery of the wider economy. She has asked her fiscal team to look at prioritizing where to put hundreds of millions of dollars in federal financial assistance and tax reimbursement windfalls.
Like we have done with the first and the second package, we are going to, of course, infuse a major source into the economy, to the small businesses, to individuals, to nonprofit organizations, to the government agencies.
She says one of the biggest beneficiaries will be the Visitors Bureau to help it make up for lost revenues and jumpstart the tourism industry. But make no mistake, the governor says she'll be ready to return to more restrictive measures if there's a public regression.
If we were ever to again surge like we did in August, where we saw 276 positives go up to 500 the next day, over to 1,000, yes, that would require quick action and a quick return to PCOR 1.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
With the goal to reach herd immunity set for summer of this year, it's going to be an island-wide effort. For the FSM community, they've partnered with GRMC to get more people to join the vaccination. Here's more on Operation Heartbeat.
To date, over 44,000 people on island have been vaccinated, yet there are still many people out there who are a bit hesitant to receive the COVID vaccine. Some off-put by the flood of misinformation online. And FSM Consul General Teresa Philippines says she's seeing it play out in our FSM community as well.
Our numbers, I've been told, are alarmingly low for those that have gotten vaccinated, that have met the age grouping but not getting vaccinated. So we're encouraging people to take that step forward and get the vaccine. I really can't say why people are not, are afraid. I think, I think fear is more of a better way to describe this. There's just a lot of misinformation being shared out there about the vaccine. Some people are getting their information from social media.
To win the fight against COVID, every single one of us is going to have to do our part to bring the island out of the pandemic and into recovery. And with vaccination being a key tool in our fight, we need to reach out and get more people on board. Philippine says that's exactly what they're doing with today's vaccination clinic.
It's Operation Heartbeat because, we all have the same common goals, so our heart beats the same as far as have everybody be safe and healthy from all that's been happening. It's part of our message to our broader community to go get vaccinated. It's collectively our effort to combat the virus, by getting vaccinated.
The effort taking place at Guam Regional Medical City set a modest goal of 100 vaccinations for the FSM community, following public health's eligibility criteria. And according to Philippine, the push to get the community vaccinated also plays into a bigger picture.
We need to get people vaccinated if we want the FSM borders to open up anytime soon. The President Panuelo himself said that the goal is to vaccinate about 70% of the FSM population in country. And then, of course, we cannot open the borders if those that are planning to go in or are being repatriated are not vaccinated.
Several Agat residents joined the vaccination today. Public Health administered 100 doses of the Pfizer vaccine during their village vaccination clinic at the Agat gym. According to COVID-19 Incidence Response PIO, Grace Bordalio, their nurses vaccinated 100 patients by 11:45 a.m. And public health teams were launched to conduct homebound vaccinations in the villages of Santa Rita, Agat, and Zotnya. About 810 people have been vaccinated through DPHSS homebound and village vaccination clinics. Public Health will launch their next village-based vaccination clinic on Monday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Santa Rita Senior Center. The Guam National Guard will also continue its vaccination clinics at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse next week. You can scan this QR code and plan what day is best for you to get vaccinated. Keep in mind the priority is for those due for their second dose. The vaccination clinics at UOG are from Tuesday, February 23rd to Saturday, February 27th from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. There will be Pfizer vaccines available for dose 1, limited to 60 doses per hour. The vaccination clinics are only for those who are currently eligible and approved by the VA-PPC. When you scan this QR code, it will take you to our website where you will find the latest information on COVID and the latest QR codes to schedule an appointment to get the vaccine. Although Guam returns to PCOR 3, senior centers remain off the list of approved facilities to reopen. Tyler Matanani takes a closer look at how the closure has affected some of our seniors.
Been kind of hard for her.
John Palomo is the primary caregiver for his mother. He says it's been difficult for her as well as other Manumcos in the same situation that are left sitting at home. He explains how for years they've been accustomed to gathering and socializing through village senior centers. But in an instant, their whole lives changed due to the pandemic.
We just made them bedridden basically, and we had to struggle to find activities for them, something for them to do. I don't speak our language, but I understand it. So when my mother is speaking to me in Chamorro, it's very sad when I'm speaking to her in English and she gives me this frown look.
Senior centers are one of the few establishments that remain closed under the governor's executive order. Palomo says he understands why the centers aren't open and is grateful that some facilities were able to operate because the lockdown has been very hard on Manumcos.
There are a lot of Manumcos out there that are just there by themselves. I mean, you have to literally go there every day just to make sure that they're okay, or call them, and just 5 minutes of their time, of your 5 minutes of your time, it's like a lifetime to theirs just to hear someone.
Thankfully, technology has kept John's mother and some of her friends connected, but he says it's not enough.
Every morning, afternoon, and evening I hear it's so boring. Where can we go? And I'm afraid because I don't know how to take care of my mother. So I literally lock her up. Like, no, I'll go to the store. I'll go and sacrifice. I'll go and do this because I don't want her to get sick.
Almost a year has gone by since the virus breached our borders. Palomo explains how we can't go back and fix what's happened, but our island leaders can better plan for the future if a pandemic were to happen again. He acknowledges the hard work of the village mayors and staff members that have continued to ensure the safety and well-being of their communities.
They're going out making sure that everyone is okay, yet they're still cutting grass on the side of the road. They're still, picking up the dead carcasses that, someone ran over and didn't care to report it. They're still taking care of all the problems that a regular village has. Those are the things that, if no one knows how hard that these village mayors actually work, you see what they did for the Manamcos during this pandemic.
John says he promises that the moment senior citizen centers are given the green light to open, his mother will be one of the first ones to walk through the doors. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matsinani.
35-year-old Jovan Bradbury enters a not guilty plea in federal magistrate judge Michael Bordalio's courtroom. The alleged drug dealer was picked up by feds on Thursday. A federal grand jury indictment charges him with a single count of possession of 5 or more grams of meth with the intent to distribute and a notice of forfeiture amount of $5,750. According to court documents, he allegedly committed the crime on January 22, 2020. Although, as we reported, he has a criminal history dating back to 2014 for local drug-related arrests. And last month, he was indicted by a Superior Court grand jury on drug possession charges. The defendant is currently detained, and Judge Bordalio has set trial for April 27th. The latest from session still to come, and later in the show, details for tomorrow's Equality Guam Forum. Keep it here.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the island. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
How do you dare? You chip away at what's been built.